So before this video begins, I want to say that my collab with Ghost is now live. First link in the description. You can use code MAX to save yourself 20%. Supports me, supports Mr. Dude having a better life. We have mango margarita and sour pink lemonade in the pre-workout, and then we have the exact same flavors in the pump. This is a non-stimulant pre-workout, so you can either stack them with the pre-workout to have an insane lifting session, or if you're working out late at night, you can just take these if you don't want the caffeine. So thank you guys for the support. I hope you snag it up before it sells out, and enjoy the video. What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. Today, I figured since I have been single for longer than anyone in the history of social media, I would be the perfect person to talk about dating apps, my thoughts about them, my personal profile on them at the moment, and my experiences using them, because I have been on these bad boys since Tinder came out in 2012, when I was a senior in college. Most of you were just being born at that time. Gives you an idea of how old I am. And before we had the dating apps, we actually had to go meet people in real life. It was terrible. Hello? Now I know what you're thinking. Max, online dating apps? Haha, what a pathetic loser. Why don't you just go talk to someone in the real world like a normal human being? Ain't nobody got time for that. Things are different now. We're all hustlers, grinders, 24/7 entrepreneur, making mastermind courses, okay? This is not like an episode of Suits where you go in your fancy corporate outfit after work, go down to the happy hour lounge, get a scotch on the rocks, see someone across the bar, lock eyes, kind of smile at each other, go and talk and fall in love. No, 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 no. And I read that 30% of current engaged couples met in online dating. Now, obviously you and me, we're in the 70%, but just like with blackjack, when you go to Vegas, if you're ever down and you're out and you're losing and you're not in the winner's circle, you just keep playing and eventually you'll win or you'll lose everything. Go away, read some books. All right, so I'm gonna go hit a workout, and since we just had an energy drink, I'm gonna take some of this pump, which has no caffeine in it. So if you're working out late at night, or you just had some energy, but you still want the effects from a pre-workout, the pump, which is now live, link in the description, it's the one for you. Now, since we can't meet people in real life for a relationship, you gotta get on these dating apps. Now, I'm only on a couple. We're on Bumble and we're on Hinge. We have the exact same profiles. And the interesting thing is, throughout your life, it's like, don't be so shallow. Don't, only be interested in someone for their looks. Dating apps, complete opposite. You literally have to build your profile out to be the best version of yourself. I'm gonna show you mine. As you can see, we have myself and Mr. Dude. That is to lure them in. That is to make them stop swiping, because most of the time when you're on Bumble or something, it's literally no, 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 oh. No, 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 no. So with all that swiping, you gotta have a good main photo to capture their attention, and luckily I have Mr. Dude to help me with that. Now on Hinge, they have these things called prompts where you just basically put answers to questions, and it's kind of like little icebreakers. And a really good one that my friend told me to do, well, he said it's really good. It hasn't really been working for me that well, but a life goal of mine, this is where it gets quirky, right? To get you to reply to this prompt with the best night for us to get drinks. You get it? Because it's kind of like, when do you want to go out? I don't know. It's not really working. And then once you build your profile out, you just wait and you swipe or you do whatever, and hopefully you get a match. I know a girl. She lives in Miami. She's one of my friends. I saw on her home screen, she had 1,300 Hinge matches. 1,300! Guys that are watching this, how many matches do you have on like a weekly basis? 1? 2 at most? 1,300, what the fuck? Whoa! Christian with another new car. TRX.
Sick, yeah?
Yeah. Raptor wasn't fast enough for you?
No.
No. You looking skinny, bro.
Skinny?
Yeah, like a good skinny though.
Thanks, bro.
Shredded. Take the plastic off.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, here we go.
Satisfying things. Whoa.
Ooh, that was a good one.
You've been driving around with that on?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on, obviously you're in a long-term committed relationship, but
Dating app?
Have you ever been on dating apps?
I've never been on one. I feel if I was single though, I'd probably definitely be on one.
So they've been out since 2012. You've never had a dating app?
No, never.
You just like meet people?
Never like logged in, never had made a login.
What?
Yeah. What would be the one? Isn't it like, I don't even know the names.
Like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge?
Or something?
What do you think about like me?
Is one like raunchier than the other?
I mean, there's some apps out there that are kind of just
like,
for.
You sign up like knowing like this one's like
There's definitely apps that are like strictly to hook up, like that's the only purpose of them, and then there's like the ones that people are kind of like, maybe I'll find
handles. Is that what that's called?
I don't even know what it's called.
I know what they're called.
What do you think about like me being on dating apps?
No judgment.
Well, do you think dating apps are the best place where I'm gonna like find someone to like date?
I mean, Instagram probably.
Yeah, but then they like know me and like know. I feel like they have.
I'm Brad, bro.
I don't even put my Instagram on my dating apps.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
You think I should?
I don't think it matters. It's like two different approaches, I think.
I want a girl to like me for this, you know?
Not for the candy.
Not for the candy. 275 pounds, top single, up 5 pounds from last week. Let's see how it goes. It should be easy. Woo. It feels a lot heavier. Did it look? It flew?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it flew, huh?
That was easy.
So while I agree with Christian that it doesn't really matter if someone knows that I have a social media following, I would just prefer that they don't, so I don't put any of my socials in my dating profiles, because I don't want someone to have some predetermined opinion on me based on my weird self on social. I'd rather them gain an opinion on me based on our experiences in real life, if that makes sense. Here's a little story time for you. I actually went on a date a couple weeks ago with a girl that I matched with on Bumble. We went to Mexican, got a margarita. It was fantastic. We're learning a lot about each other. She's asking me all sorts of questions. I never know what to say when people ask me what I do. I'm like, I'm in marketing. But no, I talked to her about the candy thing and she seems very interested. She's asking a lot of questions. I'm like, wow, this is great, you know, this is going really well. And it was funny as the bartender came, or the waiter came around and was like, hey, do you guys want another drink? So we finished our margaritas and I was like, yeah, the date's going well. Yeah, I'll take another one. And she was like, no, I'm fine. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll just drink a second one by myself. I'll just look like a margarita-holic. Anyway, date ends. I give her a hug, you know, the whole thing. And then the next day, we're talking, and she sends me a selfie, and she's wearing a hat. And I zoom in on the hat, and it's an Alphalete hat. And I'm like, no! And I was like, hey, that brand, like, you know about it? She's like, oh, yeah, Alphalete. I love them. I only wear Lululemon and Alphalete. I was like, okay. Do you happen to know, like, who owns that? She's like, yeah, Christian Guzman. I was like, you okay? Do you know him? She's like, oh no, like, you know, I know him on social media, and his girlfriend's like Heidi Summers and owns Buff Bunny. I was like, oh yeah? I was like, she's like, why? Are you related to him? I was like, no, he's my best friend. You know, she's like, oh yeah, like I love Alphalete. I was like, hey, question. Did you happen to know me before? Because I was like, okay, she knows Christian is, she knows who Heidi is, loves Alphalete, been wearing it for years. I don't know. I was like, hey, did you happen to know who I was? Or did you happen to know me at all before we went on the date, you know? I'm just trying to figure out if she knew me, right? And she's like, no, I didn't. And I don't know. I'm kind of in my head about it. I don't assume anyone would lie, but I don't know. I'm not assuming that everyone who wears Alphalete and knows of Christian knows about me, but I'm like, I don't know. What do you think? You think she knew me and was lying? I like to give benefit of the doubt. We're just gonna go with the benefit of the doubt.
We don't need no navigation. We go where the money take us. Motherfucker.
Yes. Now, my personal opinion on the date. They forgot my tortilla. No, I need the calories. Me personally, I like the idea of dating apps because I feel like you'll find people on there that are outside of your friend circle or outside of the normal kind of world you would live in, and you can just be introduced to different types of people. And I've gone on a lot of dates in my years of using dating apps, some really good, some really bad. I'm sure they could say the same thing about me, but it's good for experience to just put yourself out there and to go on dates and be in different scenarios and be in different environments and get out of your comfort zone. So I'm all for it. But if there's one thing about dating apps that I've learned recently, is that I think I need to stop using them. So an ongoing kind of theme in my videos is being single, talking about being, you know, forever alone and joking about the kind of relationships, right? And I understand it rubs some people the wrong way and they think it's very cringy, and, you know, some people just can't wrap their head around the fact that I've been single for this long and I must be the most lonely person in the world. Where I look at it as, I don't think you need to be with someone to be happy. I think you can be alone and not lonely. And when you go on these dating apps, I realized that a lot of times I would match with people and then I would never message them, or they'd message me and I would just be like, and I just wouldn't respond. Not because I'm like nervous, don't know how to talk to girls, but I'm like, I don't think I actually want to go out on a date. And if I ever do go out on a date with any of these girls, you know, I realize I'm like, this is either going to progress or it ends right here. And I've tried, and this has even happened very recently, where I went on multiple dates with someone and it was going very well. But I try to put myself out there in the point of like, okay, Max, like make time for someone, you know, just be open to the possibilities of a relationship. But every single time, and it happened recently, that I find myself getting into the point where I'm just so selfish and it's not fair to anyone else because I'm not giving anyone the attention or the time that they deserve. And I'm not saying people are needy and they need me to be talking to them all the time, but I've caught myself, you know, when I would be talking to someone that it would be 8 o'clock at night before I would text them back, and it would just be like, hey, how's your day? Every day, hey, how's your day? Oh, that's great, okay, you know, super small talk, okay, I'm going to bed. And that would just disappear for the entire day. And then if a weekend came up, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to hang out with this person because I need to go do a photo shoot, I need to work, you know? And I'm at a point in my life where I'm the most stressed and the busiest that I've ever been. It's the most hectic time that I've been alive, and I am just not ready to give anyone the time that they deserve to be in a relationship. So I think I need to actually get off of these dating apps because there's just no point. And it's not like, I don't know, there's just no point in being on them. I think when I'm ready for a relationship will be when everything kind of calms down, my life becomes less hectic, you know, I don't know when that's gonna be. And I'm not saying you can't be with someone while you have your own business, but I think injecting someone, I don't know, you know the term I'm trying to say is like bringing someone in, especially if they don't understand like social media and stuff, and then bringing them in to where I'm like, I have this crazy world where, you know, I'm just trying to do so much, and I don't think it's fair to another person. So I'm trying to be like a good guy, and sometimes it bites me in the ass, but I think that it's important to give other people time. And at this point in my life, I don't think I'm ready to give anyone my time. I'm very selfish. I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and it's all because of my work, and it's all because of YouTube and stuff, you know? If someone, like literally if so I met someone and they're like, hey, let's go do something this weekend, I'd be like, I need to film a video. Like I would put off hanging out with someone, and instead of delaying a video, I want to make a video because I'm just so obsessed with everything that I'm doing. So I don't know. That's going to kind of conclude this video. What are your thoughts on dating apps? I don't know. I'm at a weird point in my life, and I think I'm finally realizing that I just need to stop even going on dates because I'm like, no matter how great the person is, no matter how awesome they are, we get along, I can't give up any of my time. I don't want to give up any of my time, and I think until I'm ready to give someone the time they deserve, I should just kind of take myself off the market. How long will we be off the market? I do not know yet. That's something that you're gonna have to stick around and find out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Please hit the thumbs up button, eat more sour strips, endeavor forward. Woof!